Hello and welcome to Studio Talent Collective, the podcast. Welcome, friends. I'm so excited to have you here as we talk about something so critical at this time of year, and that is your marketing strategy. Now, I know for many Australian studio owners that are listening right now, you're in term 2 or at the end of term 2 potentially, and it can be that time of year where you take the pedal off your marketing campaigns and you're not really doing everything you can to scout for new enrollments. But really, your marketing strategy and attracting new students, but also upselling your current students should be something that you're looking at doing all year round. It shouldn't end. And so it's really about having that strategy in place so that you can be engaging your potential customers throughout the year. Right? Because we can't just take the pedal off because it's mid-year. No, I say. Today we're going to be talking about Marketing 101 for studio owners like yourself, because there is so much opportunity when you have those strategies in place. So I'm going to be talking about how to attract more students. We don't want you to be the best kept secret in your local area. So I'm going to talk about 11 ways to attract clients, and we're going to talk about those marketing techniques. I'll also cover some revenue streams, so the 12 typical revenue streams, but also 13 other studio revenue streams you may not be tapping into right now. So let's do it. This is Marketing 101. Even if you're a seasoned studio owner, wherever you are in the world, you're going to get value from this podcast episode, because sometimes we just need a little reminder of the things that we could be doing or maybe should be doing in our business. And sometimes we can be inspired with new ideas. And I would love that for you too. All right, let's kick into the show. I'm Josephine Lancuba, and welcome to Studio Talent Collective, the podcast for dance and performing arts studio owners. Here we share industry insights, inspiring stories, and real talk to help you build a thriving studio and in-house talent agency. As a performing arts business coach and talent agent, I'm all about dreaming big and growing together as a community. You're in the right place. Let's leap in. Hey friends, it's Josephine here. Thanks so much for listening into the podcast. If you're new to the show, welcome. And if you're a long-time listener, thank you so much. Don't forget to rate and review us. Obviously, it really helps to grow the show and continue the mission on bringing this show to you each and every week. So today we're talking about marketing. Now, for some people, this is a fun and exciting part of the business and, they love doing it. For most of you, it's probably like, oh gosh, I don't really want to do this, but it's actually a critical role in your business. Now, I have been, as a performing arts business coach, I've presented on marketing strategies and techniques to my clients and, in rooms at events with studio owners for a good couple of years now. And I think, one of the key things that I really bring to the table is talking about the revenue generator. And that is that someone in your business needs to be the revenue generator. And that is someone who each and every week, notice I said week, not month or every quarter, each and every week is focused on sales and marketing within your business. Now, if you don't have someone doing that for you, if you haven't hired someone in sales in your business, if that's not a possibility for you, you're not there yet, or it's just not what's happening in real life, then that means that you must be the revenue generator. So it's either you or someone in your team that is hired to do so with a strategy and a plan in place. Okay. So today we're going to talk about that because too many businesses, especially in the performing arts, it's passion driven, it's creative, and sometimes we can drop the ball on that critical element of sales and marketing. So I want to make sure that we don't, and I want to give you opportunities to see what's possible for your business. It might even just be a reminder. So there's going to be some things I say, we go, oh yeah, and other things you go, oh, that's a good idea. So I think it's just about finding out what works for you. And of course, you don't have to implement everything I go through today. That would be impossible in a week, But if you can even take away 1 or 2 items today where you go, yes, we're going to do that, then it's a win. It's a win. Okay. All right, let's jump in. So let's start with the revenue streams and the opportunities within your business. Now, we have, what I like to call 12 typical studio revenue streams. So these are the things that everyone's kind of already doing or knows about. And they are, number one, group class tuition fees. So this is how you make money in your business, through group classes. Number two could be drop-in classes. So, once-off purchases. Number three, private lessons. Yeah, private lessons in your business. And you can always expand on this. Like if you're currently only offering private lessons in, dance, you might say, well, we could offer private singing lessons, or we could offer, piano or whatever. Number four, workshops and intensives. Yeah, so, school holiday programming, etc. That could be it, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be workshops during school term. You might have special guests or special themes or topics or, genres. Number five, shows and performances. Okay, so, that's another way to bring in income, obviously, through those ticket sales. Number six, holiday camps and school holiday workshops. So this is a bit different to your typical workshop where you slot it in wherever. Could be a masterclass. Your holiday camps can be, all day events, half day events, a few hours, whatever. It's sort of glorified babysitting sometimes, I think, but there's great opportunity inside of the holiday camps. Number seven, merchandise sales. So merchandise. Number eight, competitions or excursion events where there's participation fees and an opportunity for you to increase that fee and have compulsory training and etc. to be a part of that competition or event. Number nine, birthday parties. Number 10, photography and videography packages. Number 11, costumes, whether that be for hire or for sale, depending on your costume model. And number 12, uniforms. So those are the 12 typical studio revenue streams. And by the way, I will give you, if you want these studio revenue streams, I'll actually get you to email me and I'm happy to send that across, by the way. So if you email us at podcast@josephinelancuba.com, that is in the show notes, I'm happy to send you this in a PDF. So we've got the 12 typical revenue streams there, the 13 other studio revenue streams PDF, and also how to attract new students PDF. So those 3 slides of my presentation that I often present on this topic, I'm happy to pass that on to you. Okay, so now let's talk about the 13 other studio revenue streams. Okay, in-house talent agency, right? Having a talent agency can increase your revenue. I've talked about this before, it's what Studio Talent Collective, the talent agency, is all about. So that's an opportunity there. Number 2, you've got professional performance company. Again, that pro company sort of professional performance element. Number 3, once-off event studio hire. Number 4, ongoing studio hire. So hiring out your space, obviously, if you have a commercial lease or own the property. Number 5, online classes and tutorials. This still works well. I mean, even up until last year when I sold my business, my studio business of over 10 years, we were still offering one-on-one private singing lessons virtually, and people had, subscriptions for that service. So it absolutely is still a thing post-COVID. And you can have international guests do masterclasses via Zoom, you can still do that. Number 6, choreography services. Number 7, fitness classes. Number 8, collaborations and sponsorships. Collaborating with other brands is a great way to provide additional income, okay? Number 9, video and expert digital content sales. So you might sell a jazz warm-up technique for, $9.95. I'm making it up, but you get the point. Number 10, show programs or booklets. Number 11, birthday and gift certificates. Number 12, bridging programs and classes. So this is where bridging programs come into play, especially later in the season of near concert or showcase time. People come in late. They may need support to be able to perform in the production, your end of year concert or whatever it is that you're doing. And so that bridging program can be an opportunity for people to join, okay, at a later stage and still participate in those performances. And number 13, a monetized YouTube channel. Now that's a whole different kettle of fish, but it is a thing and it's worth mentioning. And again, just email me if you want a copy of those. I'm happy to send that through because I know you're probably out jogging or being, in the car or whatever. Okay, doing your thing. All right. So we've talked about the revenue streams. And that's great. So there's your opportunity to make money within your business. Want to make sure that you have those opportunities. Want to make sure that those are available to you and that you're bringing in additional revenue streams. So if there's something on the list that you've thought, oh yeah, we haven't done that for a while, or we used to do that, or hey, we've never tried that, but I've been meaning to, or oh, I didn't even think of that, then I want you to write it down. Write down the one or two things where you're like, yeah, you know what? We could implement that and we could bring in extra revenue. Okay, so those are the sales opportunities within your business. Now we're going to take a short break and then we're going to come back to how to attract more students. Are you the best kept secret? I'm going to share with you 11 ways to attract new clients. And what does attracting new clients mean? It means more enrollments for your studio business, which equates to more income and more dollars in your pocket. Stay tuned. Let's talk about adding value to your studio without adding stress. Set the Scene is the plug and play acting program created by a studio owner for studio owners. I've actually met with the founder, Nadia, and she is phenomenal. Look, this program is designed to elevate your class offerings, boost student engagement, and bring a whole new level of creativity to your timetable with zero acting experience required from you or your staff. It's so easy to implement. Seriously, a lot of my clients are using it. Just press play and go. And for many studios, it's quickly becoming the student's favorite class of the week. We're talking about confident kids, collaborative classes, and a studio that stands out in your community. Set the Scene fits right into your weekly schedule, complete with lesson plans, support, and everything you need to deliver a high quality experience. Studio owners across Australia and the US are already using it to grow retention, revenue, and rave reviews. Are you ready to elevate your studio? Simply head to setthescene.kids or click the links in the show notes now and see how you can set the scene too. Back to the show. Okay, let's talk about how to attract more students. So look, there are 11 ways that I'm going to share with you, and we're going to talk about the marketing aspects of that as well. Remembering that marketing is the key element. It's the key ingredient, really, to building a growing, successful business. So we want you to be stepping into that revenue generator role in your business each and every week and allocating time to it. That's the key. Allocating time to it. Somebody must be doing it. Okay, so booking local performances and in-community events. Now, these are great ways to market your business, but the key here is that you want to have a call to action. Without a call to action at these events, you're just performing and it's a great experience for the students, but you're not actually using the opportunity to leverage it. To leverage the audience and the community that's around. So how do we have a call to action at a local performance? We can have giveaways, like for example, hey, if they have a microphone available, by the way, make sure you announce and spruik before you start. So don't just let your kids just jump up and then go, welcome, Jenny's Dance School. And then they get up and they do the thing and that's the end. Like no one remembers that, okay? If you're allowed to step onto the mic, or someone from your team is, do it and go, hey, it's Josephine here from Jenny's Dance School. We have our dancers performing today. And by the way, out in the crowd, we have Johnny who has lolly bags to give away. Everyone wave to Johnny. I've done this before, believe me. Johnny's walking around. He's got a big, I was going to swear then, but I won't. He's got a big hamper filled with lolly bags. You know what I mean? Like have some energy about you. And the call to action is, all you have to do is go into the draw to win whatever. Or, hey, if you, scan the QR code, you walk away with a lolly bag or whatever it is, okay? You want to grab their details. This is the key. Yes, you can have a flyer with a QR code that they can scan later, but if you have a gift to give that people actually want, for example, toddlers with a bag filled with lollies, they're going to want that. So my point is, you want to make sure that you're giving something that people want and have a call to action to get their details into your mailing list so you can market to them later. Okay, now QR codes on flyers, like I said, could work if you have an irresistible offer. If you don't have an irresistible offer, it's like, hey, book a free trial. Here's the thing. Again, no one cares about that. It's got to be irresistible. 1 month class pass, that's different. And you can announce that from stage 2. Hey, we're giving away 1 month class passes at Jenny's Dance Studio. All you have to do is scan the QR code. And as a thank you, we're giving you a lolly bag. I'm making it up. But you get the point, right? So whatever it is that you're doing, you want to have a call to action. That's the key. Or go into the draw to win, a hamper, Christmas hamper, whatever, if you're performing in November or something like that. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, donating to local schools and charities. Get involved in your local community and have a voice within it. Yeah, give away a term of, classes or whatever it is. Donate, get your name out there, but also work with the organizers. So if they're looking if a local school says, hey, we're running a fundraiser for, XYZ primary school, can you donate to it? Say, sure. Say, is there an option though? Is there a way for us to get our flyers on the tables, or are you doing an email to all of your purchasers to promote your sponsors? Get involved and find out how you can further promote. Can we put our roll-up banner, our pull-up banner at your event with some special giveaways? Would that be okay? Go in and set something up before the event starts. Again, it's the power of the call to action and that irresistible offer. That's really what it's about. And obviously donating is a great thing to do, but you can really maximize that opportunity as well. Okay, number 3, preschool and school flyers. So advertising essentially in the schools. It could be in their newsletter. It could be in, the little pigeonholes of the kids, or they pop flyers in the bags of the preschool or whatever, or digital newsletter, however it goes out. Whichever way it is for that particular school or daycare or preschool or whatever that you're marketing to, you just want to follow the rules. They'll usually ask you for a copy of the advertising material for approval first. You may need to make a donation, especially if it's a public school. They'll ask for a donation. It might be $20, $50, whatever. You make that donation and essentially that's paying for the marketing. Private schools are a little bit harder to get into, but you can only ask, right? So just see what options are available when it comes to that. But daycares and preschools and things usually are really open to it. And usually it's just they'll pop a flyer in each of the little, in each of their bags or in their pigeonholes. Okay, number 5, organic reach on social media. So organic meaning non-paid. This could include Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, wherever your platform is. And you just want to do organic reach. So you need to be consistent for that, choose your frequency. So are you posting 3 times a week or whatever, but also have a strategy around that too. So obviously we want entertaining, engaging content, but then, each week you want to have a call to action as well. So don't be afraid to sell through your socials, but also don't just sell through your socials. This is about brand awareness as well. And of course, marketing offers, but don't just market. Yeah, we want to have a bit of a mix of content when it comes to your organic reach. Number 6, I think we're up to. Gosh, I've lost track. So number 1, local performances in community events. Number 2, donating to local schools and charities. Number 3, preschool and school flyers, advertising in newsletters. Number 4, organic reach on social media. Number 5, we're up to. Number 5, sorry, I've mixed up 2 of them, but that's okay. Number 5 was paid social media marketing. Again, so this is different to your organic reach stuff. What you can do though is if you did do an organic reel and it really went well and got great reach, you could use that to then use that in your paid marketing, but with a call to action. But again, so, paid marketing, this is where you may do it yourself or engage a digital marketer to do it for you. Be warned, though, if you do paid marketing yourself, that if you don't know what you're doing and you're not onto it and you're not on the pulse of it, you could be dunking dollars in it if you just, don't learn the ropes of how it actually works and you don't stay on top of it, essentially. What can happen, and it's happened to me before too, over time, is that cost per click can go up really high on a poor performing paid ad. And so you want to keep that cost per click low. Yeah, you want to keep it low. Okay, so number 6. Now we're up to number 6. There you go. I had to do a little recap to figure out where I was. Number 6, referral programs. But again, it must have a good incentive to work. One that worked really well for us in our studio was if you refer a friend, and we'd have it limited, like in the month of June, for example, if you refer a friend, you'll get $50 off your next term invoice, and your friend, when they enroll, will also receive $50 credit on their first invoice. So it's like a win-win for both parties. Now, you might have heaps of people take this up. You might just have a handful, but the ones that take it up, I mean, in our studio, what I was seeing was there was a couple of mums that saw it as an income generator, really. Like they'd refer 5 friends and get $250 off, that term would be free for them and, they'd love it. So it just depends, but that's a great way to get some raving fans as well, making some dollars in referral programs. So we love that. And of course, it's only when the referral actually converts to an enrollment and that first invoice is paid. So just making sure that happens. Okay, number 7, word of mouth. Even word of mouth requires a strategy. You got to tell people how to share. It's like when you have some sort of promotional stand or, something in your studio that has a hashtag on it and you get people to take a photo with it and it's like, share the hashtag. Like that's still word of mouth. They're sharing on socials, but you're telling them how to share. So, don't just rely on word of mouth to be organic. You can actually have a strategy around that as well. Number 8, be unforgettable, the peacock approach. This is where you do things to stand out. Now, I'm not suggesting you jump out of a plane with, a banner saying, enroll now, Jenny's Dance School. What did we see the other day? My kids saw it in the sky. Those sky riders where they make words with the smoke, marry me or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you can do that if you want. Or you could have a really cool, marketing campaign that's a bit outlandish, or you could have something inside of your studio that's heaps of fun, like a queen's throne that people have to take a photo on, and then, you make sure that they share with the hashtag or it has your logo on it and they share it because it's like super fun or whatever. Peacock approach, stand out, be different. Okay, number 9 is party services. So we talked about birthday parties as a typical revenue stream, but I've also added it here as a way to attract more students because you can actually cross-promote your studio when you do party services. So making sure that you are putting, when people come, that they get, as part of your party package, they might get a little gift bag or something for all the participants, like you would like a party favors bag. And inside is some sort of marketing material or something that they can actually use or benefit from inside of the thing, telling people about what you do when they're on site and cross-promoting the services. So making sure you leverage off that too. And also they're coming into your space, so they're going to bring all their friends and people that haven't seen the studio before. So that's a great way to, generate more business and cross-promote. Number 10, ambush marketing. So this is street team marketing. So this is, I call it ambush because it's essentially an ambush. Now, remember earlier I said that a lot of private schools won't let you market in their school. What you can do is you can hit the street outside. We've done this before, and this is a bit of a peacock approach combination, really. We've done it before. Like we had balloons, like helium balloons, and like a stereo, like playing music, and flyers with an irresistible offer, and we would have 2 people waiting on each main gate of the school that we want to basically ambush. Not on the grounds, guys, on the street. And when the kids walked out, we would like hand out the stuff and be like super vibey, colorful people giving them an offer. Okay. You can do this at festivals. You can do it wherever. You might do it in the shopping center. You're not allowed to. That's why it's called ambush. Like, we're breaking the rules, but you can do it on the street. Like, no one can stop you from doing it on the street outside of a school, as long as you don't go too close to the gate or hit the ground, like the actual school grounds. We've done that many times, actually. It's been awesome. We've gotten clients from that. Absolutely. Especially like performing arts schools that might be in your local district, and you might be like running a musical theatre show and auditioning for the Lion King, and your local, school doesn't even know about it. Like, let them know about it, let them know what might interest that particular cohort of people. And then, of course, how to attract more students. Number 11, talent management service. So that's having an in-house talent agency. And of course, if you ever have any questions about creating an in-house talent agency, I am your go-to gal. So make sure you reach out, and I of course have that link in the show notes for you as well. But you can always email me any question you like. And again, if you want the download PDF of these, send me an email, podcast@josephinelancuba.com, and I'll send you a PDF of all of this as well. Okay, guys, so that's it. They're the 11 ways to attract more students, and we've talked about the marketing aspect of attracting and enrolling these students as well. So number 1, local performances and community events. Number 2, donating to local schools and charities. 3, preschool and school flyers, advertising and newsletters. 4, social media marketing, paid ads. 5, organic reach on social media. 6, referral programs. 7, word of mouth strategy. 8, be unforgettable, the peacock approach. 9, party services. 10, ambush marketing with street team. 11, talent management service. So there you have it, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope it's made you think about, potential revenue opportunities and ways to market as well. This is all about attracting students. Don't forget that you're not just doing it for new students, but you can also be upselling. Like those party services, for example, is a great way to upsell and earn more revenue with your current students. And then you can cross-promote in there too and talk about other programs. Like, use everything. Leverage from what you've created, leverage from the opportunities that are in front of you in your community, and be the revenue generator. All right, I hope you enjoyed Marketing 101. This episode is brought to you by Studio Talent Collective, helping you go from studio owner to talent manager with confidence. Ready to start your own in-house talent agency? Connect with me at josephinelancuba.com or via the links in the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, and review. Thanks for listening, and keep shining.